Hello dear listener, TW here. Join me as I traverse 100 years of horror cinema, one flick at a time. Based on a 1924 novel, Dark Eyes of London, aka The Human Monster, suffers from fundamentally poor quality. There may be better versions out there, but the sound was poor on this version. Lugosi plays a doctor who murders people for insurance money. A horror movie with Lugosi that is not supernatural. Shock! Lugosi is no longer at his peak of popularity, although he would see a revival mere months after this film's release. His professionalism is never in question, and at his peak he is mesmerizing in this role. His command of the screen occasionally lacks key timing to the point of distraction, this being the kind of picture where retakes were likely uncommon. A meagre 11 days of filming was allowed. The final product is mixed but overall positive. Notable context: the film was made in England in 1939. Pictures like this would get harder to make as the war progressed, but the English market was ever critical for American film producers as the European markets began to dry up as the conflict spread. The introduction of an American police officer to assist the English authorities with these various crimes is evidence of this. Speaking of which, the ensemble featuring Hugh Williams as the English inspector and Edmund Ryan as the American are both effective. Greta Gynt playing Diana Stewart as the designated female presence does well to excel with the typical of the time underwritten role. She is given more agency than many contemporary equivalent characters, although suffers from poor writing and bizarre choices. The film is functionally a crime thriller with horrific elements. The repartee of the officers and Gynt is a solid step down from the best of the screwball comedies of the era, but is reasonable enough to keep the film moving and the characters clear. It does, however, work to diffuse tension, which is not in the film's favour. Tension which is otherwise maintained and serves well with the twist ending that is disguised through some clever use of dubbed voices, although modern audiences are likely not fooled. Directing is uninspired but effective. Scenes play out with well-rehearsed precision that is admirable given the short filming time. This assists the pace of the film remarkably well, and at 70 minutes it is a mostly thrilling time. Tense and graphic for the age, it is, like most films from the era, tame but well put together despite some scrappy writing that sees the villain create his own troubles. Most notably when he employs the daughter of one of his victims to go over his own accounts. She obviously uncovers evidence against him. This prompts a scene where one of the blind killers attacks her, forcing her to hide in a dated but tense scene. Most of the scares occur either off-screen or are avoided through quick cutaways, although some brutality survived the censorship, especially in the finale. Speaking of censorship, all those who commit crimes get their comeuppance as per Hays Code era requirement. Contrivances through patchy writing pile up, but if the audience doesn't overthink it, it's a fun, fast-paced ride with an exciting climax. A mostly decent picture, but not a classic. A must for Lugosi fans. Enjoy. That ends the 1930s. I hope you enjoyed this, my favourite era of cinema and horror specifically. Every year had multiple choices. Some years had 2 to 3 all-time genre-defining classics. I look forward to returning to this era someday. For now, we hurtle towards the end of year break. Rest assured, pre-production of the 1940s has already begun. See you on the other side.